Right, so here's part 2 of understanding audio by a drummer. So okay, the idea is if I can understand it in a sort of sensible, logical way, hopefully you will. So we're just running through some of the principles. We talked about inputs and outputs. Now for this part we're going to talk about the signal path in and through the mixer. Okay, now we have a straightforward analog mixer here. Now a lot of people get confused by analog mixers because there's so many buttons and knobs, but what you have to remember is your channel that you have here, which generally will have a fader, sometimes it will have a rotary knob at the bottom. That just repeats until you get to the output stage. So it looks complicated, but it's not. Okay, and to prove it, I'm going to sing. No, don't worry. I'm not singing. So if we look at the signal path, again, we mentioned about thinking about the inputs and the outputs. So this is our microphone cable, and we have our microphone going to the input of our mixer. This is channel 1. So channel 1 is all the way down in this vertical direction here. Okay, so it leads to the fader. So it comes in here. Think of it, the actual root of it coming in. Think of it in that terms. So the first thing is the gain, and that is the preamp that's required to boost this input so that you have the best level coming into the channel. Alright, so this is the first thing that you'd need to adjust once you've ascertained that you have all of the inputs there. So the gain is going to boost the signal. So the way we find out whether we're at the right gain is by adjusting it and looking on our meter for a good gain level here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going into the red there, so we want it to peak just above the 0 here. So 1, 2, 3. Obviously if I was singing I might be a bit louder, so you might be a little bit more cautious on the gain. If we don't have any gain there at all, you can see what it does to the meter. So I'm still talking into the mic, we've got nothing on the meter. So I'm going to boost the gain 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 until we get the sort of level that we want. Now as we come down we've got EQ. Now the EQ is best left alone to start with, and then the next bit you've got your auxiliary one. That's if you were taking the signal out to a monitor, and then you have your effects, so that's if you're adding reverb, and you have pan, which sends the signal to either the left channel or the right channel, or in the center it goes to both. So the one thing that I used there, that's just to run through that again, is the PFL button. Now the PFL stands for pre-fade level. So if we put that down, you can see the level coming up on the meter. 1, 2, 3. So that's what you need to get your input level correct and adjusting the gain.